Alexa, shut up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Uh, damn you. I hope my meeting gets canceled. I do too. Meetings are annoying. Today we're going to be playing LA Noire. 10-hour stream? No, I just might have plans later, so I'm knocking it out early. I'll probably be streaming for like 3 hours. Maybe 4. Probably like 3. Because I got nothing better to do with my life. Alright. Me. Got everything right. I got my controller. That. I got my mic. I got the way. Yeah. Good. Time to boot up the game and play the game. I think that's an irate gamer quote. Uh-oh. Rockstar launcher? Shut up! All these timers! OBS says it's fine. I'm not seeing anything on OBS. I'm a little behind on the archives. I gotta take care of that either today or tomorrow. I just hate having to censor those dead women. Oh, why do they have to make things so inconvenient for me? Um. Okay, sorry. It launched on the wrong screen, so. Just start playing the game like this. Okay. Wait, what was I looking for? Oh, yeah. Tiled? What? I don't know what that means. Oh. I I would love to do that if I had like enough space to have my own if I had enough space to have my own studio. I've dreamed of having a room like the architects from Matrix 2. Just a wall of CRTs perfectly in sync with one another. I've been dreaming about that for so many years. But you know, I was running around and yeah, so up here, this is the desk here where we get a look at all our cases. We can replay them. I don't know if I've shown this off yet. So you can go back, you can see your ratings, see if you missed any newspapers. We didn't do so well in some of these traffic cases. Streets of LA, that's where you can go do street crimes and go find collectibles without and I learned that yeah, every desk has its own unique set of street crimes. So it's not like you're just picking a partner for fun, but like and you know, as I was grinding through these, I noticed a lot of them have characters from cases that show up. They show up in like cameos, like the crotchety old man who you know, from the consul's car traffic case. He is a security guard at night in one of the street crimes. For like some garment factory. And Cole runs into him and Cole recognizes him and he's like, oh, you work here? And then there was the Dudley guy who plays Kinsey on Mad Men. He popped up in a street crime where he pushed a guy off a roof, and then I had to go chase him down, and there was like unique dialogue because him and Cole know each other from that case. And I think the coolest one, and I didn't record it because I was doing all these off screen, was while I was watching Sons of Anarchy, was there was a Vice street crime case where we actually ran into our burglary partner again. The guy who made a cameo in the final Vice case, the guy who's voiced by Garrett, the guy who does Garrus from Mass Effect, from the cut desk. He's got like a whole cutscene with Cole where they're like tailing a bookie in one of the Vice street crimes. And you could tell, like, that's totally repurposed from the burglary desk. And turned into a street crime. He got pushed. It was like two guys fighting over a woman, and the guy we know from the case pushed the other guy off the roof and killed him. And then when Cole got up to the roof to arrest him, he pushed the woman he was embracing over to the ground and then sprinted away. But yeah, man, it's cool. I love this game. We're going to restart just to refresh because we kind of got the introduction to Arson a little bit, but we didn't really, you know, it was at the tail end of the stream just to refresh everyone's memories here. We didn't get started really with the case. Cameo from InstaHeat. InstaHeat, the Adrian Black case, the guy who used the dead pig and all the fake or all the blood in his car. He used an InstaHeat pipe to fake his death. We had to put the heater together to find the missing pipe from traffic. Remember that?
Hey everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah, it looks like good casting. You know, I hope it doesn't, like, ruin their lives or anything. I think the Stranger Kids... the Stranger Things kids turned out okay, right? For the most part?
Peanuts are walking down the street. One was assaulted.
That's like the last show I remember having, like, a big child cast, so. I love how, for the first time ever, we've got a partner who isn't even trying to make conversation with us. You know, normally Roy or Rusty or Stefan would shoot the shit with us and bust our balls a bit, you know, as we're leaving the station. Hermione being darker skinned is going to trigger people. Yeah, who cares? Those people are animals. Fucking grow up. People who invest all their emotional well-being into the culture war bullshit. I just... Go away. Alright.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? I'll look somewhere else.
Are you liquored up?
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners. I seen you on your first day, hero. Walking into the station, chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
Whatever happened to Herschel Biggs, the strong silent type?
Okay. Here we are. What trifecta? This is devastating.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none in his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house. In the ruins.
The Catalina
Terry
wine
Lee is
mixer.
his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
That's where, Last of Us 2 ends. Sort of. Like, after you beat the game, the home screen changes and it shows the boat on the beach of Catalina Island. I thought that was blood. That's just a burnt piece of wood. Oh, they put squishy sound effects here. Where all the water in this puddle is, on the grass. That's nice. Okay. Alright, we've got a mystery to solve. Look at all the clues we're gonna find here. I don't want to talk to them yet. Yeah, this is like the ultimate demotion, isn't it? Every fucking crime scene is just gonna be Ash. What mystery is there to solve?
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
You see? That was our only clue. Our only relevant clue. Because what else is there? Can I talk to you?
I hate what's happened to these people as much as you do, but it's a police matter now.
Okay. If you think about it, it might be more rewarding to solve a crime like this. No, 100%. I agree. It's way more difficult to solve an arson case, right? Because there's practically no evidence. I think it's actually like kind of the ultimate challenge for somebody like Phelps.
Incidental.
Alright, time to go talk to the family. Can I hop down from here? Okay, I can.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
The Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. This lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
I'm gonna accuse him of lying. Imagine Cole going on one of his angry lying rants to this poor fucker who whose house just burned down with no insurance. This would be my luck. Win a trip and then come back out. Yeah. So the government did it? Well. He's got a little shiftiness. I'm gonna go with doubt.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. My house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
And yeah, as I mentioned in the end of the last stream, Herschel is the voice of the narrator from the patrol desk cases. I love Herschel, man. He's great.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
All right. Make the call and see if these suburban assholes have an address.
This reminds me of that one house in China that's in the middle of a freeway because they wouldn't sell. Yeah. Or the Up House. Something like this happened in Detroit in the past few years. Like behind Little Caesars Arena, you know, there's that big grass lot where they built that giant parking structure, and there was like a really pretty old house there that refused to sell, and the fucking house burned down. Mysteriously, because they wouldn't sell to the Illiches, or Dan Gilbert, or whoever the fuck. So people think it's a conspiracy, that it was arson, because They wanted to buy, you know, one of those real estate families wanted to buy the lot. You know the house I'm talking about? It's near Wayne State. It's on Cass.
Phelps, badge
Or it was.
1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks.
I'm gonna see if I can find it on Google Maps and show you the before and after. I believe the conspiracy, too. And go burn down their building, yeah. That's how it should work. I feel like there was an... Yeah. It was 20... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just found an article about it. This place, what the fuck just happened? Trying to find a better... Yeah, it was next to Little Caesars Arena. Trying to see if this article's got a before picture. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, it's like... I don't know how well you could see this on stream. But, like, yeah, it's like near that big parking structure, there's Little Caesars Arena. They were... Yeah, this house, they didn't want to sell it to the urban developers. They were holding out. And then, mysteriously... You don't remember driving past this place? It's on Cass Avenue. It's near Wayne State's campus. It was like the only house. It was surrounded by like tons of other like, you know, parking garages and skyscrapers and stuff. And then there was just a big grass lot to the left, you know? And there it is. It's gone. Reminds me of this. It's in the Cass corridor. Yeah. See if Google Maps has a before and after. How do I get to Street View? Right. How do I check? I always forget. How do I check the history? Like the like, you know, go backwards in time. How do I check that? Oh, there it is. See more dates. Yeah, so here's Cass Avenue, right? I'm sure you know where it is now, right? This giant fucking parking structure here. And over here you got yeah, you know. But as you drive down, all I said was that it was near Wayne State. I never said I went to Wayne State. But thanks for doing that. Appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, here it is. Just drive by. And then Boom. Gone. I don't know, I thought that was interesting. Building a better California. We've been seeing this guy shit-eating grin on billboards all over the game. Elysian Fields. If you go back to the beginning of the game, we actually get some montage of the new suburbs being built, along with other stuff in the montage. And if you recall, maybe I don't want to give away the game here, but if you recall, in one of the newspapers we picked up, Harlan Fontaine, the doctor, who's been working with Courtney Sheldon, you know, our old army buddy. Well, that's putting it generously. He said he would take the rest of the morphine off Sheldon's hands and then invest in a housing project for GIs for Sheldon and his
Can you drive
buddies
to
to
this
make
one?
a return investment on.
And where exactly are we going?
Mark Savaya? I don't know who that is. Let's go check out the other fire first. I like Herschel's car.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Hello, Cameron. Raw gameplay, no bullshit.
Hi, Albert. We've got this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go back. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Yeah, I do too. It's nice. That's, he's Hank's boss in Breaking Bad. Like, he's like the head of the DEA. In Albuquerque or whatever. At least that's what I remember him from. He was in something else I watched recently, too. Oh yeah, he's in Sons of Anarchy. He runs, one of the other charters. That's where I saw him recently, but yeah, like, he's Hank's boss. Reminds me of a video I started watching at work, an hour-long exposure on DuPont. Oh, that's pretty scary. About the fridges. Which one's your favorite, Cameron? Yeah, episode 9? Yeah, everybody's favorite. Alright, time to go get a drink. I'm really sad because I ran out of Cherry Dr. Pepper Zero. You think you become a 5 shill? I mean, I think 5 is overwhelmingly the most popular. So, or what, you know, considered classically to be like the best The fridge falls on Frank like Spider-Man. Oh well, Cameron hasn't played that yet. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. Oh, the football has physics. Sort of. It's like sliding around the ground. It's not really like Cole's kicking it or anything. He's just kind of... Alright, sounds good, man.
What now? 4 people died here, Phelps. We owe it to him to find something.
What the hell is this? Oh, it's a fan. Yeah, this is not easy.
Mal,
You gonna stick it out, Cole?
I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Oh.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Well, I bet you didn't think you were going to see some burned children corpses, but there you go. Good morning. Or afternoon. Where's... They mentioned the water heater. Where is it? Oh, it's in complete pieces.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire. Hurry, you can still catch him.
Stop! LAPD!
Whoa! No! Cole!
Stop right there!
You had him, Cole! Get his ass! Go! Yeah, yeah. I
What's
agree.
Your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Well, he already knows.
Why
I
you
mean,
got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
well, I mean, because I don't know. Could be a coincidence. I'm also guessing that dialogue and like that cutscene plays if I fucked up the interview on the first case. Because then I wouldn't know that both of them were Gulliver's travel agency. The neighbor lady told me here I didn't even have to interview her, but the first guy I had to get that out of a question. Which, I mean, it was a very easy question. The guy has no reason to lie, of course.
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Unit to handle code.
But, you know, if you're a real idiot, maybe you, yeah, where are we going? We need to go. I thought I was losing my mind, recently, too, because, you know, as I've said, I've recently been watching Sons of Anarchy, which is a hilarious show. And I was like, I felt like my brain was melting because there was like a new villain for the season, and he was like a Russian mob boss. And I'm like, where have I seen this guy before? He looked so familiar, sounds so familiar, I couldn't put my finger on it. And this was while I was grinding the side content in LA Noire off screen. It's the same guy who plays Herschel. So I'm playing LA Noire, and all of a sudden I'm hearing Herschel's voice from the TV show I'm watching, and I'm like, what is going on? But I think Biggs is right. I think Cole... There is a big part of Cole that's really trying to make a connection here because he wants to be a star.
John Cunningham, can I help you, gentlemen?
Oh, shit!
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
I swear to God, they got everyone from Mad Men in this game except, like, John Hamm. This guy, he's Harry. He's Harry on Mad Men. And, he's also the voice of the main character in Firewatch. The player character.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue. Here they are, Steffens.
Yeah, this is the Firewatch guy. And he's also on Mad Men, just like Cole, and like 20 other people we've run into in this game.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes?
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Thanks for your help.
That's
No problem.
huge.
Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Yeah, I know. This is really cool. Cool sign. There's a shop in, I think it's Detroit. It might be like further up on Michigan Avenue or Woodward or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm terrible with streets. It might be in like Royal Oak or something. Or like on the edge of Detroit. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Also, look at this globe embedded in the wall. This is awesome. And there's like a car sticking out of the second floor of the building, like an old car, and its wheels are spinning. There's like a car in the building with spinning wheels as a decoration. I just think that's amazing. That's such a fun thing to do. Yeah, you've probably seen it. You've probably driven past it. I don't know where that one is, otherwise I'd pull it up, but I feel like it's as you're leaving Detroit on either on Woodward, I think. Or Michigan Avenue. I think it's Michigan Avenue as you're going towards like Ferndale and Royal Oak and stuff. This man's the GOAT. He gave it all up immediately. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had to grill him a little bit on that second one, but what? Are the people in the window scaring you? This place is Grant Morrison, Deadpool, and Batman crossover. Huh. That's cool. So, yeah, so I guess it's official then. The DC Marvel Comics crossover is happening. I know people have been talking about it recently. Like that it was going to be
You're
happening.
behind the
But
wheel. So where do you want to go? Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Herschel. This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the Suburban Redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm just gonna... Oh shit!
Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
There's no crime scene music. There's no investigation music. That's a pretty big thing I could have just missed if I didn't want to be Snoopy.
Sorry, gotta go. While I'm here, my workers are probably putting their feet up and talking shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Cole got permission to snoop around here. What's up, fellas? Alright. Well, I thought I could do some parkour. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but you know, we've got like 3 major neighborhoods here. We've got Hollywood, we've got Central, and we've got divisions, I should say. And we've got Wilshire. And Wilshire is a lot of houses. I mean, we've had a lot of like chases come through here. There's a lot of suburb versus the other parts, which are more like developed and urban. And now we know, you know, Elysian Fields. They're like the big company putting up all these houses.
You drive.
For GIs coming home and stuff.
All right. Where to? Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
We came as soon as we could.
The inner sanctum.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
I love when the game does this. They did this in the traffic case where we were messing with the Insta-Heat heater, where we had to put the pipes in place. This is like, you know, a kindergartner putting blocks in the holes. It's so funny, man. No, I love pipe puzzles. I really do.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Oh, I thought that was the balloon.
Good, your regulator's in position.
Oh, man. How embarrassing. He's like, yeah, you got one of them right. Oh, okay, so that's a Bunsen burner on the left. I don't see a valve on the Bunsen burner, an igniter.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
Give me a chance, man.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
It's so weird seeing him without a mustache. I bet they asked him to shave because the technology probably isn't really good with beards or facial hair in general.
Tried to poke me in the nose.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
He's the fire chief. I mentioned it earlier. He's Hank's boss in Breaking Bad. He's like the head DEA guy. I mean, I don't know if you've watched Breaking Bad, so maybe you know him from something else.
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's in a lot of stuff, but that's where I recognize him. He was actually just in Sons of Anarchy a couple seasons ago. As like the head of a charter that like gets swallowed up. Alright. I'm almost done with that show. Right.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
There are 3 kinds of people.
The radio is talking about me.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
He will face a review board in December. This is
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Oh, she's in Mad Men as well. She actually has an affair with the other guy that we were interviewing.
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the lady that got cut up, like the Dahlia. Son.
I like these old school desk lamps with like the green I guess it's glass, right? Probably not plastic. Yeah, he's in a lot. He's in a lot of stuff. I feel like he is in something Marvel related. I can't remember exactly.
He wants a 5-star goddamn.
There he is. Is there anything else I can... Probably not, right? He was in Iron Man 3 as bartender, uncredited. Okay.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Frank, what show will you binge next? I don't know if I'm gonna watch another show after this. Which, on its own, sounds like a really weird thing to say. Lost? Fuck no. I'm never gonna watch that garbage. I was thinking about watching 30 Rock. Because I've never seen that before. I heard it's pretty funny. I want to watch Andor Season 2, but I don't have Disney Plus. I don't know. This guy's clearly being shifty, though.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
I think you're lying, Rasik. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover.
There were some other shows I wanted to watch too,
And
but
how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
I kind of hate how much time I've spent watching television. For similar reasons to why I've been hating myself for doing this. Where it's like, I feel like I could be using that time in a much more productive way. Hell, even watching movies, which isn't even, it's not even, productive. But, it's like, I don't know, you could talk about it with people and it's not as much of a time investment. Tell me one of my guys who would overlook something like this. Well, I've got two right here from the fucking houses that burned down, you idiot.
We could do this some other time if you're not feeling well.
Uh-oh.
What about Reginald Varley?
There we go.
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasik?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Whoa, that paper was freaking out.
Around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
What the hell?
Oh, crap.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Also, I gotta read more books. I
need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
I feel like a moron. I gotta read books.
Run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Alright, see you later, Thomas.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
Young lady? Is he flirting with the,
roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasik. Desperate times indeed.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
That's like the 3rd time the game has been like, hey, don't you guys need a warrant?
Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
And then Cole's partner is just like, shut up.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Okay, we've got an anarchist. Oh, shit. Oh.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine. Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
You know what? Normally I would
Smarter man than me to connect
I would call Cole an idiot for being so sarcastic about this, but he is living in the one point of American history where capitalism actually did turn out well. Like, post-World War II is like the peak of American prosperity. Economically, anyway. So, of course people in 1947 would not like communists or anarchists and mock them.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Here's what I heard. That cop caught the guy who did the Dahlia, but they covered it all up in some kind of big conspiracy.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell. That son of a bitch looks a lot like the cop who pointed his gun at me. She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
I don't like this. Are we on the timer? On the clock here? Oh my god, there's been so many addresses in this case. I want to check out Varley first because the mosquito coil is definitely the most suspicious. The other two are just leftists, you know. Not necessarily arsonists.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
I think Sequence Break Frank has struck again because I'm going after Varley and he was like 3rd on the list. Because Cole did not know. Or he's 2nd on the list. Cole did not know Biggs was in the Marines yet. That was not established. Wait, is that Varley? That's not Varley. I mean, that's Varley, but that's not the guy we just saw. So we can rule him out. Ryan's right around the corner, so it's probably Clemens. That's my guess.
Take it easy, Phelps. I'd rather get there in one piece.
Yeah, different truck. Yeah, so it's Clemens. Clemens is the one furthest away. It's also the only one where the truck matches the cutscene we just saw. Yeah, I remember there being a part of the game where Cole's like, you were in the war? Or you were a Marine or something? I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking about one of the other vets we've run into. I thought that would go all the way through. Damn, all 3 of them have different cars that aren't the one from the cutscene.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about?
Holy
Tell me what
shit!
you want.
What is... This case has had, not counting Cole, 2... Counting Cole, 3 Mad Men actors. This is, Pete Campbell! Or no, 4, because there was the receptionist at Instaheat.
Either of you two know how to do some soldering? You can't just stand around here all day doing nothing.
I love this guy. I love Pete Campbell. I mean, he's a piece of shit, but...
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
You have a real viper's nest at Instaheat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that. Look, I've been cooperating.
Come on,
Let
dude.
me get back to work.
You were licensed and worked for Instaheat?
I contract for them. So what?
Instaheat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the Rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
You and Ryan are 5th columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
Okay. Now can I use Clemens's... Yeah.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Damn. I'm pretty sure the guy we just saw in that cutscene
Where exactly are we
wasn't
going?
any of them. Oh, it's good to see you, Pete. He's a great actor, man. I mean, that show is nothing but great performances, but I think Pete Campbell is like one of the best for sure.
LAPD, Varley. Stop or I'll shoot. Stop or I will shoot. Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
I still want to check out the other guy.
So where do you want to go?
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Well, just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan.
Son of a bitch.
Classic.
Those are GI's backyard he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Hands behind your head. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and
Can you
close
drive to this one?
case.
I'm sorry.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Welcome back.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets.
Hydrate.
A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Meeting was boring. Yeah.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
God damn it.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Tell me the truth, Ryan. It's the only chance you've got. You're getting some kind of kickback from the fund.
So I'm an agitator for change, but I take kickbacks. How does that make any sense?
He's right. He's right.
You don't ask, you never find out. I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
That's very important evidence. Holy shit. Imagine if I got that question wrong. Like, that's probably the gotcha. That's probably how I'm going to get Varley in the end.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Yeah, I don't think it's him. His beef is with the corporations. He wouldn't just be killing families.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
It's amazing how back then, you know, just being a leftist would literally get you in jail.
But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
I think it's probably Varley, man. Ryan just doesn't. I don't know. My gut tells me he's not the guy. I think this is our guy. We'll find out.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
I love when they make it as blatant as possible. Like, what evidence are you gonna pick? Huh?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though, because he still wouldn't sell.
I'm glad no one gets arrested for no good reason anymore. Yeah. Every arrest is just. Nobody nobody ever gets arrested or detained for unjust reasons. I love this country, man.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Instaheat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
This is too important to screw up. Intuition point. Wait, how is it lie? I think he's telling the truth. Oh, this was from the Sawyer house.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
It's either this or the regulator valve.
You're sitting on some kind of psycho for hire? It's not true.
God
done for now.
Damn it! Oh, whoops. The game crashed. That's a shame. I guess I better restart it, huh? Stupid. Yeah, stupid Rockstar launcher. Batman and Deadpool. That's a weird one. Not what I was expecting. Thomas, I just saw the I just saw the sweatshirt you sent me. Oh yeah, there's a scratch on the disc. Yeah. You had Family Guy clips under the gameplay. Yeah, I'll put Family Guy clips where the webcam is. What? It's an old game. It crashed. You can't. I'm like one of Cole's suspects. What? It's an old game. It crashed. Can you prove any different? Can you prove? You can't prove that I closed the game. Yes, Thomas, that's bad. You should not buy that sweatshirt. He sent me a picture of a sweatshirt for sale that says the R word in the Roblox font. Fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. A scrolling banner with news updates. Yes, I love that idea. And a stock market meter. Soap carving, Minecraft parkour, Subway Surfers, Family Guy clips, stock market.
You got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Barley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Man, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, I'm doing that. I'm gonna figure out a way to make that happen one of these days.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
Wish I could skip
It was
these.
a court case.
Yeah, there's no skipping.
No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family.
No, I didn't.
And the company
Or
that was
I have not.
responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now they're saying Hulk is going to be in it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I mean, I'll still go see it. Because I love Spider-Man. I don't give a fucking shit anymore.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You delusional detective. What campaign?
I just don't fucking care. Also, you gotta stop giving every Joe Schmo with a Twitter account or a Reddit account, whatever, you know. Stop believing every fucking thing you see, man.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
No, that one I can't confirm.
Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them.
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
I can't confirm or deny. I have no comment on that rumor.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You'd just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Nothing. Spider-Man crashes into his room and he's going to Mary Jane, Rule 34. Well, I mean, the I won't tell you thing, I think it's just because,
I think
like,
Suburban is a
it's obvious that his house was, it was the same
you
thing.
burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
I'm trying to imagine you with a personality.
Oh.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
We close the door, please. I hate that the door is still open. Oh shit, there's the lineup over there.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Frank, what if you walked in on Thomas
I'm
jerking
from a
it
town. I
to
go
a
where they
Rey
send me.
Mysterio compilation?
I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Look, that's his business. I mean, I wouldn't be happy that I walked in on it, but I'm not going to judge him for wearing only a mask.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before.
Spinning on the floor 619 style?
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
What are you talking
No,
about?
I did not. You out of your mind?
I think he's telling the truth. Wait, what? I got this one wrong last time. Let's try this again. I don't think I accused him of lying. I think I accused him of doubt.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Batista bomb. I don't know what a Batista bomb is. Okay, so I picked Matthew Ryan's statement. But I guess that wasn't the right... It's probably the fucking mosquito coils, right? I just realized Varley looks a lot like somebody I know. That's really weird.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay.
Oh!
Found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on! Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
Wait, that's it? Those are all the questions?
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
That bum took a swipe.
Can I go back to Ryan? Or are there more questions?
What do you think?
Let's lay a charge at one of these guys and put this to bed.
Alright, sounds good.
Trying to imagine you with a
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Alright, who do we think it is, guys? I thought I could do some cross-examining here. I think it's probably this guy, right? He's got the motive. And he's a hypocrite. And the other guy's gonna go away for murder anyway. So they're both gonna go.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
It's probably the first time in like 3 years they've had someone in for questioning.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine.
What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp by my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
I like how the case hasn't even been assigned yet, but he's like, yep, whatever the next case for you is, it's gonna be bad. Oh, man. What time is it? It's already 1:30? I think we'll do, like, one more case.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd. We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders, Sergeant. There's barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
The accent. Oh, this isn't creepy at all.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
Yeah. It is.
Door knocking all morning, but I got to make in the car in the end.
Oh, sorry, I was texting with one hand and walking down the stairs with the other.
Wow, that sure looks like a My wife is so done, she stares at the orange juice for hours. Does say concentrate on the card. I mean, you know how dangerous that is?
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting.
Hey, this isn't New York.
The people in this game are insane.
About Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any Century unit 211 in
Shame
progress,
about Chet.
522 South
The arson investigator trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
No, he was there. Oh. Yeah, that's the one where you shot an innocent man in the head, right? Forgot to change suits.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Oh, get ready, everybody. Noire is fun for the whole family. I got this game for my PS3 when I was in 6th grade, by the way.
Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
I mean, it is insane that the building exploded and then the guy ran in here and moved the bodies. That is insane. Before we deal with any of this, we've got a newspaper on the lawn. A very missable newspaper, because it's so far removed. Rancho Escondido on Fountain Avenue, left in ruins.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
There was a newspaper earlier in the game where that guy in the phone booth was talking to Fontaine about, you know, how, hey, you wanted me to burn down this house, but you didn't tell me there would be people inside. What would happen in the middle of the what if in the middle of explaining, Cole pulled out his pistol and blew the coroner's brains out? I think...
Looks like the same model.
Shit, Varley again? We've got him already. Yeah. I don't think that had been invented yet. I don't think the CIA invented it yet.
You hosed it down, Detective. The rest is up to you and the tech guys.
The place is still smoldering. Is it really safe to be walking around here? Well, who do you think John Acid worked for, man? Wake up.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Hey, Zombie Man. Big Z. Oh, God.
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Ah!
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fire.
I think there might have been something else in the house. Let me double check. Yeah, he's doing it for the love of the game. He just wanted to pose the neighbors. Because it's fun. God forbid a man has a hobby. That's what I'm always saying. A charred baseball.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Alright, I don't think there's anything else in the house. Oh, there's a basement. Okay.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Get a nice shower there, Phelps. People who blast like anything out of any sound out of their phone at full volume in public are psychotic. Psychotic behavior. I like to do it when I'm in public with Cameron because I know how quickly he panics and gets scared. He always tries to stop it as quickly as possible. No, that's not true. I did that once because he told me a story about how his stepdad at a restaurant was playing like YouTube on his phone full blast.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
I don't believe him. I mean, I obviously have no evidence. And if he's telling the truth, I don't really get any more information out of it, right?
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
You just told me they didn't. What do you mean you don't know? Worse than YouTube live wrestling shows. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm responding to a text. See, you guys just aren't very important to me, you know? I just kind of do whatever I want.
Hey, I don't have all day.
I think he's lying again. What was the question? Land demolitions.
You said someone is knocking these
Yeah,
houses
he looked
Elysian
shifty-eyed.
Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
He sounds like somebody at the end of a Scooby-Doo episode.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away.
To Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
What? What? I don't know. I think he's telling the truth, but that was a weird way to start his answer.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
The music is still playing, and this guy is still someone I can talk to, so I'm clearly missing something. Let's just do another sweep of the property, I guess. What did I miss? Already got the water heater. I got the newspaper. I don't want to waste an intuition point for this, but I think I might. I might use an intuition point for this. Wait. It says there's a hint over here? What? What?
Never get into fights with
I have to say, Cameron, you came out pretty well adjusted. Great. The fucking magnifying glass disappeared. It was over here, but like there's... Why would... Oh shit.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Oh, wait a minute. Size 8s?
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Get the facts first. We can distort them later.
There we go. Can I ask, what can I talk to him about? The man in his yard?
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You already told me you were up and watching it when it happened.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Cole's never used the
See,
three-letter
you already have one.
short term.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Again with Elysian Fields, huh?
Got friends who work at the Examiner.
Relax, Cole. Well, those were anarchist flyers.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, detective.
Yeah, they weren't for the, yeah.
Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Can you drive to this one?
All right. Where to?
Yeah, a lot of corruption in the LAPD. We couldn't arrest the we couldn't charge the Black Dahlia killer because he was connected to some Washington official. Vice scandal, you know, they had this whole...
there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
The reason why Cole...
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Oh!
Come on, there!
I'm gonna...
Damn fool. We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Wait! No! I want to drive it. Let me drive it. Please. No! Yeah, that's how you know it's fictional, because nobody's corrupt in real life. They'd never hire people like that. Yeah. I'm surprised the cops just didn't beat the shit out of those guys from the start. That's how you know it's fictional. Yeah, you know, the reason why Cole got thrown under the bus is because Vice was in hot water for some fucking shady bullshit with prostitution. And they needed a distraction. And when we were interviewing Courtney Sheldon, the fucking police chief comes in and he's like, "Hey, my good friend Harlan Fontaine. Nice to see you." And we know that Harlan Fontaine was also talking to Courtney Sheldon about putting the morphine money into houses for GIs. And here we have houses for GIs going up in smoke.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
I wish I had cool, corrupt friends. Me too. These things are pieces of shit.
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Sounds good to me. These places are built like shit.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we headed?
The whole fucking neighborhood, man. Look at that. Yeah. Sure. This is a pretty fancy building. All right.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
I remember this being really hard. Like, he's one of the best liars in the game.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Gal Gadot. No, her accent was kind of weird. Unusual, I should say.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
A cigar. Would you like it? Would you like a cigar? Look at that. Hey, somebody do me a favor and run. We need to run the inflation in here. 1947 dollars. $9,150 in today's money. 9150 from 1947 in today's cash. If one of you can run the numbers on that, I would be very appreciative. Looks like a pretty big house. He's got a Rothko painting. Master plan of metropolitan Los Angeles freeways. It does. But, I mean, you know, it's a mortgage. Right? You're paying it across 30 years. And I'm assuming because it's World War II vets coming back with the GI Bill, they might not be paying interest on that mortgage. Maybe they got some kind of discount on the house as well. Yeah, that's only $4,467 a year in today's money. When it's a 30-year mortgage. I don't know if World War II. I remember, like, I know they got some kind of housing benefits when they came back. They got free college, but they got other stuff too. Like, I think they got housing subsidies, or the mortgages were tax-free or something. I could be making that up. Interest-free, I should say. The others are $9,820, and then the most expensive is $10,250. But, all right. Can I get you a cigar,
We're
boys?
investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
I love this guy. I love this guy. He's so hammy. I want him to do the smile from the billboard.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
There's some twitching in his cheek muscles. I mean, I can't prove that he's starting the fires or something, but I don't buy it for a second, so.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, that's the most obvious. Well, that's been happening all game. I don't know why, but there's some kind of thing where, like, if a character's behind Cole or something in a cutscene, or he's to the left or to the right of Cole instead of in front of him, it's like splitting the audio, like left ear, right ear, left channel, right channel.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe.
Okay, well, I could turn it up. I wish you had said something 2 hours ago. Oh, just this interview. Okay, my mistake. But you were saying it's been quiet the whole time. Well, I cranked it up anyway.
You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Yeah, I got proof. You say you have no idea that these promotions are happening, but the neighbor just gave me this, and it's got the Catalina trip flyer on the bottom.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
He looked right at the camera.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
What a shitter. Oh, man. Well, you know, it just so happens we didn't go straight here to interview you. We went there first, and we know you're lying.
Bro. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend.
Yeah, just hold up the
There's
brick.
no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Yes, we can, because we went to the other place first. We went out of order. The game wanted us to go to Elysian Fields first. But if we did that and we interviewed him, there's no way he'd let us back in after we went to the Rancho Escondido. So. Hold up the brick and it disintegrates. Yeah, yeah.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the Police Pension Fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
Advice?
Check the list. We need to know who's posting the flyers. What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Chapman! Herbert Chapman! The guy we chased down.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find a phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
I love this office.
Great. So can't really help.
Your boss is a fine man.
Just gonna check this place out.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Whoa! What did she say? Good and tight.
In the paper? That's the detective who solved it. Those poor kids.
Operator, give me R&I.
I'm glad they're so knowledgeable of building practices.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Well, you know, back then they only had like 7 things they could do as a hobby.
Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah, they only had like 10 things to do for fun. So I guess building houses would be one of them. Or knowing how.
A beautiful face delivers love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel Save about... the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Yeah, that's the woman he cheated on his wife with, yeah.
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. Didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
I think I might have made the game too loud. Let me go ahead and give that a little... Yeah, that's better. God damn it, it's on the wrong screen again. I hate how this happens every time I alt-tab, man. I gotta do this every single frickin' time. There. Hold on a second.
Good thing they see you coming. Son of a bitch! Siren off for a reason?
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence. Definitely gives him opportunity. We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Holy cow. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control
Oh my
of
God!
car, driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Why do they need backup? Yeah, we can go faster, but it's not like we can fucking stop him.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Oh, okay, sure.
I need to be close.
I didn't even notice that he was trying to do that.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
Damn, I could have been doing that the whole. Whoa!
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Oh, no, you don't. What? Oh.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Oh.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
This will be the last one for tonight.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Watch it. Well, you don't see that every day.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
There's got to be more in these files.
Oh. There we go.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss.
That's a lot of money. A lot of money. I don't know what I'm looking for. Happen. Maybe there's nothing else to see.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
Hey, so, this is pretty cool.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
I think we've interviewed her before. Nicole did. Okay, we know she's lying because her and Cole have set this up, so.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
Jesus. 4 years stuck on Ellis Island.
So the roof collapsed. Accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Ms. Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address. Not the phone number.
Jack! Oh my god.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
Is somebody gonna
There's the slip of paper she just gave me. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
I'll be in touch.
That I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know what that is. Isn't this awesome though? Just hey, protagonist switch. Pretty cool.
Top of my class, back easy. Now I'm waiting.
He doesn't have any suits, unfortunately.
This is no battle of wits.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
I'm not reading that, by the way. So. I told you I didn't want to know.
Mr. Kelso?
Thanks,
Thanks,
man.
kid.
And you can still skip the drive. Isn't that amazing? You can hold triangle and you can still skip to your destination. If they can do it here, there's no reason why they can't do it in GTA. It's a fucking chore driving around Los Santos. Oh, right.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
See what I mean? Jack knows how to mix cement because they had nothing better to do.
Leland Monroe, The man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed. Bulldozing and starting again.
Yeah. That's part of it. Or if you're gonna have that cutscene, I mean, this would solve the problem, though.
You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do. I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
If they're...
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
For story reasons, if they're gonna have you start somewhere and then go to a different location... I mean, I guess they have the taxis. I forgot about that. So I guess they do have fast travel, but... And I used it a lot when I was playing GTA 4 on the stream. It's just too much, man. It's too much. I'm gonna use fast travel now. It's 3 blocks away, and I'm gonna use fast travel.
The place falls down, and then
Across
they
the
bulldoze
street.
it. What gives here?
I already drive all fucking day for work. I don't want to drive in my games, too. You got nothing to say about this, Jack? It says not for construction use.
Let's try to piece this together.
Jack. We already...
That's not right.
Keystone Films? Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch. Oh, shit.
I love how zoomed out the camera is. Go, man! What are you waiting for? What? What? What the fuck happened?
Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Why does he have a gun? Because this is America? He's a veteran and he lives in a major city?
On, Jack.
And he has a right to bear arms? I thought there was going to be a beam crossing puzzle for a second. Also, it's the 40s and people can just murder people with no, like, forensics. You know, like... You know, you could just murder someone and get away with it. So, you know, you gotta be careful, man. There's a lot of psychos out there.
Boy, howdy. He sure can play these drums. Gene Krupa, right here on KTI.
You booze hounds are a liability on
Yeah, I love how he didn't question the guy with the bulldozer at all.
Meet Joe's buddy. Oh, you awful bully.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am. Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since 41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Keystone Film Company was also, it was mentioned previously, in, I think it was the Fallen Idol traffic case.
It's one way to keep your costs down. Too bad it won't support a roof.
The Junie Ballard, the, like, famous actress or whatever. Or no. There was somebody who worked, oh yeah, the homeless. It was that one drunk lady who was homeless that got murdered. It was one of our murder cases. She used to work for Keystone. That's where... I just love how, you know, all this world building kind of ties together. Speaking of, there's a crushed popcorn bucket from the Black Caesar. Yeah, Colt or Jack should have said that. Well, actually, coffee won't get rid of your hunger, so the security guard just beats him to death. Whoa. Shit. If I was a billionaire, I'd open a movie studio with all these sound stages and stuff. I would do that, 100%. Seems like fun.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
The reel should be nearby.
Wah, wah. Yeah, I would love to be like a producer, like a, you know, just a money guy.
Simon Atkins is I help. Yeah, right. I help. We're from Alcazar. Yeah, look at that. See if there's a show. No, you'll go out for the rock then. Yeah, on the half my more funny. I'll leave you. Let's know how they do it.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times. Doctor. District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren. Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted.
Why would they make this?
Name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor. Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser. So,
Still true.
new development selling, Leland? Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray. And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing. God damn it, Ray. Public housing is
Hey, Joe. Start over.
Now, that's why we fought this
All right.
goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door. You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money. There's a difference. What difference? The GI money ends up in my pocket. I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors. Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on? It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
Why would they make this and leave it in an empty warehouse? This has multiple cameras. It is a multicam edit with panning. Like, I just insane. Probably the stupidest thing that's happened in the game.
Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban. This is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
And thank you.
Operator, Los Angeles
Hydrate.
Police Dispatch if it's not too much trouble.
Putting you through now.
It's too hot for this.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Luke Buckwalter.
I just gained 2 more viewers after I took my shirt off.
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks for your help.
Ah, man. And if I was a billionaire, I'd open a jazz club. Basically, I want to be like a rich guy in the 40s. I want to make movies and jazz clubs. uh, I think the Art Deco aesthetic might be my favorite. It's definitely on the short list. It's a shame that everything now looks like the Windows 8 start screen.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Oh my god. In the dirty alleyway. Okay. This game's pretty, man. I just wish that, like... I mean, maybe you can do it with mods, but I would love to be able to crank up the draw distance and the level of detail settings. Did I miss a clue? Why can't I go back to the Keystone Film Studio? Also, Jack should have taken that film reel with him. Causing harm to innocent citizens is unacceptable and will affect the blah 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 blah. I'm not a cop anymore. I'm untouchable. Or
got a job to do.
I'm not untouchable. I don't know why I said that. I'm not beholden to a higher standard.
That's unfortunate. Must be his blind spot.
Oh, what happens when Jack tries to drive someone else's car?
Out right now. Not your life, Buster.
He literally just steals their car. He has the same animation for when Cole's holding up his badge. There's no badge, it's just an empty hand. He's telling them to talk to the hand, and he's carjacking them.
You gotta get out.
It's the most civilized carjacking I've ever seen. I think they should have just made it so that Jack can't steal people's cars. That makes the most sense. But whatever. Whatever. How's your day been, Joe?
not thirsty.
I like how he has his own investigation, or his own, how do I put this? The instrumentation is different. Like, he has a lot of, like, violins. Instead of, like, the brass. Like, instead of the trumpet, he's got a
You
violin.
lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Hey, come
Looks
on!
like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Let's put a few buttons in that.
That's the same scream that Cole has. Oh, shit. I feel like I was supposed to lose. Yeah.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk.
I was gonna say, I felt like that was kind of impossible. Yeah!
Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe? Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Elsa.
Oh, God. He's fucked up.
What the hell? Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
Oh, God.
Out of
Oh,
my way!
shit.
Monroe owns the city. Owns the cops. I need to find Elsa.
Where are they? Is that the last of them?
Well, I think you just got your wish. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Can I fast travel? Yay! Alright. I guess I just had to lose them. Alright.
you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole.
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Ho, boom. Weapons compass.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them.
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers. Head in!
Where's he going? Where's who going?
The big cowboy. He's going in. Who gave that order?
You did.
Hello, Miss Lichtman. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, Princess. You haven't exactly caught me at my best. It's okay, Miss Lichtman. I'm a big boy. I know how to take my licks.
Please, call me Elsa.
Okay, Elsa? What can I do for you?
I'd like to explain because
I can join the dots, Elsa.
Cole needs your help, Jack. The police department have frozen him out.
Look, you're obviously a brave lady, but you can't fight all Cole's battles for him.
I just wanted to apologize for...
You don't have to apologize. You were right about Elysian Fields. Tell me something. What was Lou Buckwalter's regular job?
He was a carpenter. He built sets for RKO, Warner Brothers.
Set carpenter? Perfect. If you don't mind, Elsa, I'd like to get a little rest now. I've got a lot more dots to join, and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, Mr. Jack. I hope we can meet again under less dramatic circumstances.
I hope so too, Princess. I'd like that.
You Kelso?
Who's asking?
Peterson, Assistant DA.
You're in the wrong building, Peterson. This is a hospital.
A wise guy. Let me tell you a story, Kelso.
Can I get the abridged version? My head hurts.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something about...
There's a problem with colorful characters, Peterson.
First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some solid citizens. They're the ones you're supposed to protect.
You finished, Kelso?
For the moment.
I'm going to run for DA, Kelso. The current administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
You know, I won't lie. That actually kind of, that was nice. I read that and I felt a little flutter in my chest.
Thanks for the patch-up, Princess. Might be the only R&R I get for some time.
What time is it? It's 3:14. I should probably call it quits here. I mean, we did 3 cases. I'd say that's pretty good. Alright. Now I'm uncomfortable. HR? Human Resources?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory.
Oh! Yeah, I think we're gonna call it quits here, folks. But that's gonna be that's gonna be it for today. I would like to thank everyone who kept me company in the chat, anybody who is lurking, and of course, as always, my subscribers. Well, that's what the VOD is for, Joe. No. This is perfectly normal. Thank you to El Lucha Dad, Alex Put 626, Rebel Ant, Cougarific 1, and Pat McGroin for the subs. And if you guys want to watch VODs or get updates on the stream, it's all down there. All right. Take care, everybody. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next. Probably Thursday. I want to get this shit done by, the end of the month, so I think we'll do a stream Thursday and then every night after Thursday. I don't know how much game we have left to mop up. I don't imagine it's that much. I think there's like 4 or 5 more cases. All right. That's it, everybody. Take care. See ya. Oh, that's the wrong screen. No!